Good morning again, tubers. We're heading back towards home base, running empty now. Got that Honda off my back. Had to push it into a parking spot because according to the information that was there, technically, never chance it. Probably doesn't run. Don't see anything leaking out of it or anything like that, so why chance something? So, it's where it needs to be. We're heading back. A little bit of construction going on here up in the GTA area. Just passing the airport, which is on my right side. Already passed the Doppler radar thing. Normally I'd just take 401 and run 401 direct back. You know, hit towards home base in Oxford County. But for change, considering they said there's nobody in a cover in a certain area, I'm gonna loop around that way just so there is somebody in that area. That's the idea, anyway. That way, you know, they know where I'm headed. Oh, excuse me. Sorry about that. They know where I'm headed, so we'll head that way. We'll be available for them. And that way, if they need the help, I'm there. And if they don't need the help, well, I'm still heading the same way I should be headed anyway, towards home base. I know you guys are thinking, well, I don't hear your engine running. I am driving, as you can see the light going by me. This truck hasn't had anybody hurted too much yet. Not like the other truck where it disappeared and it was gone for about 8 hours and I come back and find out that according to them the wind caught the door and buckled the door. It wasn't impressive. Not my trucks, so there's not much I can do. I just get the privilege of driving them. And doing what I like to do anyway, which is help people. So I'll be glad when my truck's done and on the road, because then I have control of that truck. Won't be the cutest, prettiest thing on the road. Be effective, be safe. Otherwise, you know, it's a truck. We're heading back, just getting on the 403 right here. 403 westbound ramp. Anybody know where that is? Tell you what, it's not in Woodstock, Ontario. Should be Mississauga area. GTA, better known as the GTA. So, you guys ever hear this? Somebody's, you know, on the on-ramp for the 403. They're Mississauga, GTA, Greater Toronto area, not Woodstock, Ontario area. All we have in Woodstock is an off-ramp for the westbound side. 403 starts in Woodstock, ends up here in Toronto area. So, just to let you know, I'm not trying to be a pain in the ass. Unfortunately, facts are facts. And I can say I like what I do. We have, you know, issues with some people at times. Especially those ones that don't know anything about the ride that think they do. Like, you know, well, all the lights come on, but it won't start. It goes tick, 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 but it won't start. No. You need a boost, not a tow. This truck I'm driving, it's not too bad. Likes to wander a little bit, I noticed. It's got a little bit of a hop in her, especially on some roads. feel a little bit of a vibration there, which is common for the make of vehicle that I'm driving, which I won't disclose in this present time. Looks good in black. Don't see the hood. Technically, right now in my books, that's a plus. It is and it isn't, depending how you want it. Depending how you'd like to look at it, that aspect. It's nice slope to it. Don't gotta worry about deja vu, if anybody knows what that means. We're just cruising along here. 100 kilometers an hour, no need to rush. Not like you're trying to get to something that you need to get to right away. If I rush to where I'm headed, I could be sitting there twiddling my thumbs anyway. I keep them informed and I'm good to go. I don't mind letting you know roughly where I'm sitting. Right now we're on the 403, so those of you that are interested where I am at this present moment, the street's called Ontario, exit number 119 on the 403. So you know where I am right now at 1:56 in the morning. We're just cruising along. It's not busy due to the time. It's calm out. It's a nice thing about this time of day running, helping people out because, you know, oh, lucky. I think there's a ride program up there. I see 2 cruisers. One's on either side of the street. Cool. You know, if this was my truck, I'd go up there and see if it was, just to, well, what the heck. See if it is a ride program. Be a little bit of a pain in their butt. But not really, because it is their job to, whatever vehicle it is, to ask the people if they've been drinking or whatever. Some of the lighting in some of these buildings over here, like this one sitting next to me, the top layer of it, it changes color, blue to green and that. And as I'm coming up here to, before I get to Mavis, there's a bridge going across and there's blue lights running down the side of it that you can see the light of it, just not the lights. Nice colors. The sign says Mississauga's lit up in blue. Cool. It's coming up on Mavis here. Cruising. We're heading westbound, heading towards Brant County, so that if anything comes up, they can let me know. Which works for them, works for me. I get paid to do by helping people out. They give me things so I can help people out, and they pay. I get my paycheck that way. It's cool. But you know, later on, I'd like. As you guys know, YouTube pays people to post videos. I would like that to, you know, be paying for what I like to do at some point. May not be, it's not, you know, they're not going to pay me an arm and a leg today. It's a given. And you can see how the stuff's done out here. That's why on my truck I'm having 8 cameras. At this present time, putting 8 cameras on. I may put more on later. And you guys can, you know, give me some insight. Do you want to see all, say, 8 views or more at once? Would you prefer to see, you know, just when I'm hooking up in that? You know, that's what I ask you. It will be recording all at once with the system that I've designed. So you get all the camera views being all recorded technically all at once, providing I have the cameras turned on. And at the same time, I can turn each camera off. I don't want to have recording at that present time. But technically you want as many cameras recording as possible, just for safety's sakes. It's a given. You know, leave me comments, insight, what you guys, you know, would like to see. I do what I do because I enjoy what I do. It's a given. I like to help people. Never know, I might be helping you sometime. Yeah, Genesis Speedy Gonzalez blowing by me with blue headlights on his GMC. Garbage made in Canada. Might be towing him later. You never know. And if you're wondering here, why it looks like my hat's here, covering up a little bit of my sleeve where there's reflective material, is the company that I work under and do their bidding, per se. They don't want to be on my YouTube channel, so therefore I'm going to keep that hidden. Which, you know, I have to try to honor that as best as we can. At a later date, they may wish to have me highlight what they do. You know, the company and their background, you know, what their obligation is, what they want to do. That's, you know, at a later date, the boss may decide that that's what he wants. At this present time, he doesn't want you, the individuals watching my videos, to know exactly who. So, technically I'm working with the same company in all reality. It's just things have changed. Those who know, you know the story. You've been around the area long enough, you know what's going on. And, you know, I respect, you know, I've helped you out. So, those of you that have requested me, thank you, I appreciate it. Those of you who don't like the company has changed hands. Things have changed. Don't look at the bad points of what was there before, because things have changed. New drivers, for the most part, new aspects of doing things. So give them a chance. We've gotten rid of a lot of the bad apples. So, but that's besides the point at the present time. They just don't want to be known. However, what I want to do, you know, as I said, put the videos up, have that pay for, in all reality, me coming out here and helping you as the general public when you're in time of need. I'm not asking anybody to call upon me to have me come out and help them. I'm just saying that, you know, it would be nice. Yeah, you see a tow truck come up, and right off the hop, especially in this area that I'm in right now, the GTA area, you can have 5 tow trucks show up and they're quoting you unreasonable prices. We can't control the price war up here. And I don't want to be out here trying to steal business from anybody. I just want to be able to be out, you know, when I'm out driving on the road, you happen to be on the side of the road, you run out of gas, you know, I'll give you some gas, you need help changing your tire, you know, that kind of stuff. Not costing people any money by taking the call, their work from them, because there is enough work in Ontario, generally Ontario, Canada, to fill everybody's quotas, per se. I just want to come out here and grab a little piece, you know, grab a little piece of this pie and show people that not all the tow trucks are out here to get rich. Some of us are just out here to make a living and help you out, per se. Change your tire, bring you gasoline, tow you off the highway so that you're in a safer spot. You know, or, you know, depending on the situation, tow you to where you need to be, depending on the situation. So don't anybody think I'm coming out here and I'm going to be running a tow truck company and I'm going to be trying to steal money from the other tow truck companies in the area. That's not how it is. I'm going to be out here with my truck, primarily, you know, picking up scrap vehicles, helping out some friends of mine that way, and general public happens to be broke down to the side of the road, and I'm going down the road. We'll say I've gone up to see my dad, who's 400 kilometers away from my home, give or take. And I'm on the way there, I'm on the way back, and I come across somebody that's broke down. You know, they run out of gas, give them some gasoline, they need help changing their tire, help change their tire, might need air in their spare, put some air in it for them. You know, tow them off the highway if that is better for them. That's the whole objective. You know, if you guys have any insight that you'd like to help with that, hey, sweet, cool, right on. If I move over here, got some construction by the looks of it going on up here, Upper Middle Road, Ford Drive. I love that name, Ford Drive. Slow this girl down, because the law is, you know, slow down, move over and slow down. Not just move over and slow down. They prefer you to be doing about 60 kilometers an hour, which is about 40 miles an hour in this area. So, gives you an idea what goes on. There is the law for emergency vehicles to pull over, you know, move a lane over, slow down, or you will. If you don't do it, the police has the ability to chase you down at that time. He will chase you down and you will get a nasty fine. And when I mean nasty, we're not talking like $100 fine, $200 fine. You're talking like $1,000 or better last I was looking at it. So, and you're talking police cars, ambulance, fire trucks, tow trucks. Those are all emergency roadside vehicles. The tow truck's there to help people. Same as the fire, police, ambulances. So, you know, they do request to move over. It's just basic guys are coming out here and some guys are not making it home. So, keep that in your head, on your mind when you're driving down the road. That's, you know, and as you can tell, I'm not holding the phone. It's hands-free. And I'm still paying attention to what I'm doing out here. So, you know, I'm not breaking that law either with having a handheld device in my hand while I'm driving. And if you're curious on that, according to all the signs that are posted up over the highway, it's a $280 fine to start with for, you know, being distracted while you're driving with a handheld device. That's why they prefer Bluetooth and everything else right now. That's how she be. And we're just coming up onto the Oakville area now. A bunch of cars, must be getting off work. There's a bunch of cars getting on the highway. They just can't move over, you know, one lane to get on the highway. They gotta jump over 2 lanes. I don't know about some people. Some of these guys are jumping 3 lanes over. Tisk. In a hurry just to get down the road. You know, more people obey the speed limit 90% of the time, there would be probably less accidents out here. Especially if they paid attention to the road and what's around them. That little Acura that just blew by. I'm doing 100, I'll put money, he's probably doing about 120 kilometers an hour. So you see what I mean? So there's probably, what, about 20 minutes on this video clip for you. And I'm not editing it. I don't edit it, it's just how it is, it's how it goes up. It's a neat little name for a store, Hiker's Heaven. I tend to pay attention to stuff like that around here, just like landmarks. Helps you find things. I know there's a lot of people when they're driving, they don't pay attention to what's around them. Unfortunately, even when they're stopped on the side of the road, a lot of people don't know what is around them. So, when they need help, it's hard to get them the help. If you've got, most people do, most people have a smartphone, you can open up your map and it'll give you where you are if you zoom in. So keep that in mind. if you ever need help. Because most tow trucks drivers have a smartphone. A gentleman I seen earlier tonight, he actually had one up on the driver's side A-pillar, one roughly where this one's sitting right now, and he had the one that the companies gave him to use for doing his job. So he's got like 3 phones in that truck. How come? I don't know. It's none of my business. But he operates Burlington, Oakville, and he's been covering a good chunk of Hamilton. There's only him and a flatbed out tonight. So he's a busy boy since I met him up in the Brantford area. But, you know, that's what happens when guys don't want to do their job and companies don't want to cover their areas. You have to bring in the other companies. It's sad, but what do you do? Hey, there is an inspection area right here. By the 113, there's an inspection area for the big trucks on the 403. This is good to know, considering there's a lot of trucks that should be going in there. Speaking of that, you guys are watching this. What is your opinion of tow trucks in general? Should the tow trucks, considering they are a commercial vehicle, much like a tractor trailer, do you think they should have to go through a weigh scale or not? Considering a weigh scale, known as a chicken coop inspection station, they are there to make sure the vehicle running down the highway is safe. What is your opinion on that? Have you guys seen the factor of the spot checks around the Toronto area where the tow trucks have gone to tow a car that is no longer safe for the road, and the tow truck's been yanked off the road because it's not safe for the road either? How many tow trucks do you think are on the road that are like that in the GTA area and across Ontario? Do you want to think that the tow truck should have to go through a weigh scale to make it safer for the general public on the roads? I'm not saying the cars that are running down the road are any safer. It's just, what is your opinion about the tow trucks having to do this? Should they have to do it? A lot of tow truck companies do not go through the weigh scales. They are firm believers that they're a tow truck, they don't have to. Some of us know that can cause issues. I went through a training program a while ago that they told me to go through the weigh scale. At the time, yeah, they're right. In my books, they're right. If you're driving a safe vehicle and operating it safely, you have nothing to ever worry about. Especially if you're operating a tow truck, because you know your limits. You know what the vehicle is capable of doing. You know the 50% rule on your front axle. So, what's your opinion? Leave me a comment, and I'd love to know what everybody's opinion. Whether you drive just a car, a motorcycle, whether you drive a tractor trailer. Do you think the tow truck should have to go through the weigh scales? Get safety every year. And I gotta move over again here because I see a couple police vehicles and a couple of arrow signs telling me to move over. I might be moving over one more lane because that arrow sign's technically close to the lane I was sitting in. Oh, there's some guys walking in by the ditch for some reason. Oh, somebody had a rollover. And the tow truck company there towing the vehicle. Which I will tell you who it is. Because right now, the way some of these outfits are operating, they don't need the publicity, and a lot of them don't want it right now. Well, we're coming up on the 109, or passing the 109, I actually should say, coming up on the 107 exit, Burlington area. For any of you people up in Burlington, it's a nice place. I used to work in this area a few years ago. Nice place. To me, it's a little crowded, but it's a nice place to visit. I have to admit, when I was working days, driving all day, working up in this area all day, I used to come down fairly early so I could go up by the water and watch the sun rise up. You know. You guys have a good thing there. So, the city's fairly clean compared to some areas I've been. So you guys here in Burlington, keep it up. And, coming up on Appleby here. Heading towards Brant County. Keep an eye on the little screen to find out what's going on. Kind of glance down every now and then. Gonna your mustache. Hair's growing, right? Maybe you have a mustache on. But we're coming up to the split here soon. Well, these guys got in a hurry to get nowhere, really. Learn how to time their commutes. If you have to speed to get home when you get off work because you won't have enough time to sleep, you really should look at a different place to work or a new place to live. Take your pick. People that drive 2 hours to get to work and 2 hours to get home spend 4 hours a day on the road. Come on, people. I know you might have a trade. Why would you do that to yourself? You work maybe, what, 12 hours? And you're going to have 8 hours home, if you're lucky. You're not going to sleep in that 8 hours, but you'll have 8 hours home. Why would you do that to yourself? You know, my occupation, I know why I do it to myself. So I can help you people. Some people know how to change their own tire, and unfortunately, some people know how to do it. They're not physically capable of doing it anymore. Either they don't have the arm strength. You know, they've had a fun life. They beat up their body by working so long. Now they're in retirement, right? But then there's some people out there that just don't know how to do it. They don't know how to open up the manual for the vehicle and do it. So hey, everybody needs help of some sort sometime. Even me. But give me your insight, you guys, on the weigh scale at the tow trucks. Leave me a comment, and I'll get back to you as soon as it's physically possible. Considering, you know, there's busy days for me. It's getting nice out. There's people that need help other than me pulling cars. I'll catch you all on the flip side. Hope you enjoy. Those of you who have subscribed, thank you very much. Those of you who want to subscribe, go ahead and click that button. There's more videos coming. Regardless of where, when. Could be anytime, anywhere. You never know. I could be somewhere near you. See you on the flip side. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned. More to come.